All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Guys Night at Gamers Geek Radio. Clearly, I am not Lady Rage, but this is actually acting host Beavis / Wesker. I am currently joined with Tony, and we will be joined with Travis as soon as he gets home. If you do hear a little man in the background, I do apologize. Well, not really, but that would be little Beavis, known as Damien. He's currently learning
Wesker Jr., yay!
He is now learning the ways of the regular Nintendo, and he is getting his butt kicked.
And FYI, just in case anybody is wondering, yes, tonight is the roundtable night because it is a Sunday, but we're kind of impromptu because we got thrown a curveball here. But anyway, tonight we're going to cover, I don't know about you being a California dude, but tourists are fairly heavy down here. I'm in Florida. So, what are some great games in your mind that you can either bring along? Like, let's say you have your child in the car, you're going on a road trip. What would you bring? Like, would you bring handheld? Would you go retro?
He's got a 3DS, so games coming out, really anything that can hold his attention. So any Mario stuff, which they always come out with more Mario stuff,
right? And why deviate from the classics? Like
Mario seems to definitely hold even little kids' interest. To all kinds of just always holding their interest.
And speaking of classics, you did just have your they remade Majora's Mask for 3DS.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one being all time consuming unless you were insanely detailed oriented, but if you are.
Majora's Mask, I'm not going to lie, I played it and I could not stand the game because I felt like, and granted I know the point of the game was you had to do stuff faster, but it seemed like I could never get any farther because I was always doing the same thing over and over again.
Well, because you had a 3-day time limit and then it's like, oh crap, I need to reset or I'm going to die.
But apparently there was a way to like kind of skip past a couple things once you've done it once before. I could never figure it out.
Yeah. There is. And let's not forget the cult classic for, kids and adults these days. Don't die on us, Wesker. You haven't completed anything.
I know.
But anyway, I would say definitely just as far as an attention holder for a child, I would say Smash Brothers straight up.
Smash Brothers would work. Especially, if you've got them in the car, if you're leaving for vacation or whatever, Smash Brothers would work. But at the same time, though, depending on what kid you've got, a fighting game is good. But again, the reason why I say games like Mario or even, like you said, Majora's Mask,
because you want something to hold their attention and not just the mindless violence.
They have to focus on. They have to stare at. They have to watch. They can't just hit a button and look away.
All right. Well, then in that case, I think the Vita has Minecraft for it, if I remember correctly. So
I believe it does.
Minecraft like that.
Yeah, my kid will play Minecraft for hours, so that would
right. And it actually forces him to think and actually has a bit of a cognitive factor to it as well, so you get a bonus there.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
But, I don't know about you, but there were times when I was growing up, we got lucky. We were able to bring our N64, and then it was just a matter of how fast can we get to the hotel? Like, we used to bring our actual consoles with us.
Yeah, well, that was also back when every TV just had, the coax cable or whatever it was.
Right, the AVI. But going back on the console realm of thought instead of the handheld, for those kids that are lucky enough to have consoles either to bring with them in the car or that are portable and don't need the internet connection or the Wi-Fi, something you can play offline, you definitely have, as far as just straight up in the summer, some of the notable releases. Obviously, you've got your Batman. You've got a couple sports games, like your Madden's coming out. I think hockey's hitting shelves in September. So, you've got a couple choices. I know you're not a big sports fan, but what have you seen from the new Batman? Does that look like it's going to be actually taking up some time, or do you think it's going to be a quick playthrough, kind of like what Arkham Origins was?
You know what? Honestly, again, see, with the Batmans, I have games I love to play and other games I don't play that often, and Batman games are one of those. I gave it a try, and the controls were just so horrid. I just didn't even attempt.
Which one did you give a try? Because I
can't even remember. I remember that it was such a pain in the butt even to look up or down.
Arkham Asylum.
Okay, it was just the game itself was just so
when they released Arkham City, they went back and they fixed a lot of it. It's a lot better gameplay. It's more streamlined. The combat system's more fluid. Like
Okay.
I would honestly say, if they drop Arkham City in price, or you can get it for your 360 or a PS3, whatever you may happen to have,
Yeah.
I would definitely say pick it up. If anything, pick it up used. It'll be fairly cheap, and that way, on the off chance you don't like it, which to be blunt, if you don't like it, I'm sorry, you have no taste in games. You can return it and get your money back. But Arkham, the new Batman, basically it looks to be heavily impacted more on the lines of Arkham City versus Arkham Asylum as far as the gameplay style. So we're looking at a similar combat, hopefully a very detail-oriented story. And honestly, as long as you have the disc and you're not like Batman games have always been offline single player, and that's the drawback these days. Is a lot of them do require that internet connection. They require that Wi-Fi. That's kind of a crutch for gamers these days. Like for us, dude, I don't know about you, but there were trips that I took, and I was sitting there playing GoldenEye with my buddies in the back of a car.
Well, I mean, I still remember going on trips having to try to play a Game Boy by street lamp light, like as it passed by.
Yeah, either
You're like,
that or when that little USB light came out for it, that was the best thing ever.
That probably changed. Like honestly, summer trips for me changed because I could actually play when I'm sitting in the car for hours on end. I mean, I could not stand being in the car, and I'm just sitting there staring at a window going, okay, this sucks.
And that's the worst thing in the world. Like, because literally you're like, okay, I can't play and I'm not tired. What do I do?
Yeah. I can honestly say, though, I mean, summer game-wise, granted, I don't think it's really a summer game. I'm still, to this day, waiting for the next Dead Island to come out. I've had it prepaid for and ready to go.
Right.
I mean, they keep saying it's going to be out, it's going to be out. I can only hope that they finally come out with it summertime, but it's looking more like next year that's going to come out again, which is going to really piss me off.
I think what's going to be hard about the whole summer gaming is you don't have a lot dropping.
There doesn't seem to be
smack in the middle of the gamer drought, and there's even less than normal.
Yeah, it does seem like they're kind of not necessarily hurting for games, but
there's a lack of quality.
They didn't plan on their release dates that well. Like they didn't plan that one out.
Well, you have a few that are fairly that are fairly standard in their releases, like Madden. All the sports games always drop the same time every year. Kind of the same thing with Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Right.
But I mean, why don't we go over a list of games for the handheld, just for the kids, or for any teens for that matter? Because obviously handheld is probably going to be the best way to go because you don't have to worry about your Wi-Fi or anything like that. What do you think? Cover a list of maybe our top 10 either RPGs or just games for the 3DS in general?
I mean, especially if we're talking about keeping their attention or keeping them busy for summertime or for leaving, going on long trips. Hands down, the biggest time killer and just by far one of the most popular games for the handheld, I would say, and honestly, any Pokemon game.
I would agree. Honestly, I haven't looked at the 3DS's Wii Shop recently, or the download shop, but I'm fairly certain you can get one, if not both, of one of the Super Nintendo Marios, and I remember those being very time-consuming, as well as actually a bit of a challenge. Maybe have them go to speed.
The only Mario that was time-consuming, if you really wanted to get all the extra stuff, honestly, would have been number 2.
Right. And I mean, just my list for me as far as playable, and granted, a lot of these were games that I played as a kid, so I mean, I may be a bit biased.
Mm-hmm.
But I would definitely say that Smash Brothers as a series, you cannot go wrong with, just for entertainment value. Mario, Pokemon, anything Legend of Zelda-wise, minus maybe the Wind Waker, because I have a vehement hatred for Wind Waker just because of the way the art style was done. Well,
the Wind Waker, though, I mean, if you're talking about time-consuming, honestly, that one right there, you could waste days and get.
But can it? That's the problem. But can it hold attention and actually have you feel like you're getting somewhere? Because if you're dealing with kids and they don't feel that they're progressing enough, they don't have that little light bulb moment where they're like, yay, I was able to do this and do that, the power button is going to get hit.
Very true. No, you're very, very true on that one.
I mean, Star Fox 64 for me, when they remastered it and remade it, I wish that I'd actually held on to it, because I did own it once upon a time, and that was the game I went out of my way to own at least one copy of, whether it be original N64. I owned it on my Wii when I was in college.
Yeah.
And I owned it on my handheld. It's a flight sim. It's easy to master, but actually, if you sit there and you clear it level by level and you don't glitch your way through, you've got a fairly decent trek ahead of you.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what, though? Kids nowadays, depending on the kid, granted, but most kids nowadays, flight simulators, it's not going to hold their attention. I mean,
right.
It will, but if that's all it is, they're going to be done with it quick.
Right. Then, yeah, I mean, I would definitely agree with Pokemon would be a must just because of the time consumption factor, the ability to pick and choose lineups. You have a lot of choice as to what you want to use, how you want to use it. I mean, granted, it is still a fairly basic game, but I mean, Pokemon's an example of the old adage: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, I mean, I'm still playing Pokemon Y. I haven't bought the next one yet, and I honestly, I still haven't unlocked everything. There's still Pokemon I'm still trying to get, because you have to evolve them certain ways, certain times, certain days, only by trading and holding certain items. So, I mean, they've made it to where in order for you to really completely finish a Pokemon game, you have got to have no life at all.
Either that, or you can do what I did with the red and the blue version. I had a buddy, actually. He got rid of his blue version, and he caught virtually all the exclusive ones that you could only find in the blue version.
Well, I've got X and Y.
I was gonna say, I still remember, like, you had to trade with friends constantly to get everything.
Yeah, I've still got X and Y, but again, even with that, that Pokemon has to be holding a certain item, then you have to trade it, then you have to trade it back. I mean, it's still, you can't do it on your own. You cannot beat that game 100%, just you.
Oh my God, gamers are actually forced to have social lives and gasp, friends.
Really, honestly, that's probably one of the better things I've ever noticed about Pokemon is it does forces
you to make
interact with someone. Yeah, I mean, unless of course you're an older person like me who can go buy both and play both, but as a kid-wise, even if you're a gamer kid and you're kind of trapped in your room, you've got to converse with someone. You got to talk to them. You can't just stay by yourself. It doesn't work.
But I mean, that's also kind of the miracle of online gaming at times, is it forces you to interact with people in one form or another, even if you're just shooting them in the back of the head in Iron Banner, which
right.
I did quite a few times, had someone cry in lobby. And
well, I mean, honestly, I love how far we've come in gaming with the online gaming and the online multiplayer, because I mean, honestly, I am closer to people that I've never met in person because I've known them. There's about 5 people online that I've known for 10 years or more.
And I will say, even with this show, like, dude, you and I have never met, and yet we do this virtually every weekend, and we've gotten to know each other fairly well.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, online thing is definitely made it better. I know people firsthand, first name basis that I've never met in person, but I talk to them all the time, and it's just I know them. So
you have your whole evil council set up through online gaming. Is that what?
I don't know why you always go to the evil council.
Because it works.
Between you and Travis, apparently
you're like the modern Lex Luthor with Wesker combined.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
And except for meanwhile at the Legion of Doom, you have meanwhile at whatever your Council of Evil's name is. Meanwhile at the Hall of Beavistude.
Look, I only have like 3 people that truly are evil with me, okay? I'm just saying, like 3 people, maybe 4.
I better be on that list. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so maybe 5.
That's right. That's what I thought you said.
Growing a lot faster than I thought.
What's up?
What's up?
Speaking of random things growing and appearing.
Yeah.
And by the way, we are live, so.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, we just said and started without you, and we've been rolling. You're no longer needed.
Oh, I'm no longer needed.
It's just gonna
send me a message.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Could have gone back to what I was doing.
Okay, so go ahead, Tony. Do me a favor, fill him in on what's going on. I got to mute my mic for a second.
All right. basically to have you play catch up. We're doing best games to take with you over a vacation over the summer. We want to highlight a little bit more about the game drought, but we also want to focus a little bit on families and kids over vacation. Because I don't know about you, but I know where Beavis is at and where I'm at. Dude, we got Tourist Central already. Like, I'm getting flooded, and so is he.
I mean,
So, what are your thoughts on some of the best games for either the handhelds or the consoles if the kids are lucky enough to take it with them on the trip?
when it comes down to it, man, it nothing beats like an old-fashioned Game Boy. You know, you have many.
You want them to go retro?
Well, not go retro, but
the original Game Boy passed down from the grandfather to the father.
like that's only like certain kids wouldn't know about how trying to play with the street lights. With the street lights, trying to give you like certain light on a certain level.
We just touched on that, and we mentioned how that little light the worm lights that they made that plugged into USB. That was a game changer back in the day.
Oh yeah, that was a definite game changer because you could sit up there late at night if you was grounded, tuck that under your pillow, bring that out, and be like, yeah, this is what's up. But when it comes down to it, like games to take on like a family vacation,
And if you want to highlight some of the retro ones, we've already kind of covered some of the newer ones for the 3DS. A lot of them we went with were like your Smash Brothers, your Pokemon, your Zelda remakes.
Right.
I mentioned Star Fox, although I think that might be getting a little high end for the child depending on the age. But I mean, if we could handle it back in the day on the N64, I'm sure they can handle it these days on a handheld.
I don't know, because nowadays you got kids that are sitting up there like, oh, I know how to program mommy's iPad and daddy's like laptop.
Exactly. So I mean,
they don't know how to, comprehend like puzzles and stuff, especially during like flight simulators.
Zelda, they would hate. Some of the Zelda games they'd hate. Although I've seen kids who grew up and the parents were avid Zelda fans, and so they naturally got them Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
Right.
Evidently, if you have a child get into a game like Zelda, that actually does help with the cognitive function that forces their brains to think at a higher level. Kind of the same thing as if you put a kid on Minecraft. It kind of lets their creativity out, lets them enjoy themselves. But
it definitely lets their creativity out. But when it comes down to like social skills and everything else like that,
I don't know. That's
like,
the catch-22 with being in a car. Unless you have a sibling or you're driving or you're flying, you're stuck in that area for however long your trip is. So I mean, we're kind of taking the social academic out of it, and
when we had old school,
right? Because it wasn't relying on Wi-Fi or anything like that.
Right.
Most games are nowadays. Like I mean, I think that's why Beavis was saying the Pokemon would have been a major one, just because you don't need the Wi-Fi. You don't need the online connection.
You don't, but we're talking about games like now. Definitely like pick up like Castlevania, Monster Rancher.
Monster Rancher's a big one from what I've heard.
Well, also look
at the new one.
With even the new Monster Rancher and even like going back with the Pokemon thing, if you have two kids, they can connect their DSs without online. So even though you've got no online capabilities with Monster Rancher, you can still interact with.
And it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Smash Brothers. You can have them sit there and fight with every character in the roster.
Yeah.
Right. Like anytime a game has multiple levels, you definitely should take those on, a family trip, as well as, hey, if you're just traveling by yourself and you don't want to bring out your laptop.
I mean,
if you bring out your laptop, you're changing the game now.
I mean, I still remember when I went to LA back when I was like 22, and we were, me and my friends got in the car. We had the GameCube with the portable screen with the little plug you plugged into the car. So you could play. So we're driving down playing Eternal Darkness on the GameCube, just going.
Hey.
Like I had a PS2 doing that.
16 hours. I actually had to drive from New York, just straight down to Georgia. It took us It was supposed to be a 16-hour trip. It ended up taking us over a day easily.
Right.
And
on a quick note, real quick. Sorry to interrupt you, but. This is the mini Beavis trying to learn how to play Nintendo. Apparently nowadays, little kids cannot figure out basic Nintendo games because it confuses them.
Well, no, it's because they can't touch the screen and have it do things.
Well, no, he plays Minecraft on the Xbox all the time. He's got the 360 he plays. He can play all those games. No problem.
Right.
He cannot get past the first 2 rooms in Castlevania. He can't even touch Mario. I mean, it's like the older games, it makes me kind of sad that kids now cannot get those older games to work. They just don't understand.
Kids now versus us, like our generation, if you actually
my kid would have started with the Nintendo.
So did mine.
Well,
no, I'm talking like Super Nintendo. Like,
right, but I'm talking about your average everyday. Like most kids these days, their first system they ever picked up was either an Xbox 360, a PS3, or depending, maybe a PS4, an Xbox One, or a Wii U.
Honestly,
right.
Wii U was the first system your child ever played. I'm sorry, I feel sorry for you.
Anyone who plays a video game who started after the pretty much once
the 90s.
Well, sorry, PS2.
Well, not the 90s, but
I would say 2003 maybe.
That was Xbox and PS3, right?
That was Xbox. No, that was Xbox and PS2.
Okay,
Xbox,
so
PS2,
I would say pretty much anyone who did
PS3 came out in 2005. So
okay,
yeah.
started
right
playing
in between all that. Yeah.
You start pretty much the way I look at it is if you started playing video games the same time that Microsoft finally got into the console version of it,
you missed
right.
out on
you missed out on so many and honestly that's why they have problems with games nowadays, and that's why they have the rage that they have in games, because they don't have that patience that we had to have to play these games. Like he's playing pinball right now, Nintendo pinball, and he is confused. Like it's a simple bumper.
I will say honestly, like, I mean, and maybe this was just me, but like,
really,
one of the best things in my childhood, like, is as far as just random moments, because my parents were always the one working. Both of them worked, so whenever my dad ended up coming home from work early and he wasn't like completely just wiped, it was something as simple as sitting there and playing Pac-Man or Batman with him. Like that's probably some of the best early memories of my childhood at like 5 or 6.
I figured it out. Honestly, I really figured it out without question 10 minutes ago when my son said he wants to play Castlevania. He puts Castlevania in, the game turns on, you start it, you're just standing there, and I figured out what it is games back when we were all kids, you had to figure it out. It was, here's your game, go, do something, figure it out.
Nowadays, it was more reliant on what you did as a character. That, and depending on when you started gaming, FAQs, Google, and all this crap did not exist.
Well, you couldn't get online without having somebody on the cell phone.
Look at any game that comes out nowadays. Any game now that comes out, they give you outright directions. They say you need to go here. Here's a waypoint. Go here. You get there. Do this.
No,
you literally just go.
I'm gonna tell you because when the Xbox came out, when Microsoft first got into the game and they came out with Halo, that's when you finally had a tutorial menu for half the stuff of the games that we have now. Like a training session of any sort started with either Microsoft or PlayStation 2.
Actually, no.
PlayStation 1 did have a lot of go over here.
No, I'm talking like an actual training, like
I know.
Before you get into it.
No,
yeah.
No, PlayStation 1.
Yeah, Soul Blade.
What game on PlayStation 1?
Soul Blade did.
Was it not Splinter Cell? It was on PlayStation 1. You were a spy. It was kind of like a 007, but it's not
Perfect. No, it wasn't Perfect Dark.
No, it wasn't Perfect Dark.
Splinter Cell was like Cypher or something, or it was
Siphon Filter.
That one. That game had a training mode to go to.
When you first start that game up, because I remember Siphon Filter, I still have it. When you first start that game up, you get thrown right into the mission.
Right, but I mean that's across the board with any of them. Like
you know what though? I can tell you right now, Nintendo is still very good at not really giving you directions.
Yeah.
Even look at when they came out their next gen, when they came out with their game. I say next gen. Well, for Nintendo, it's next gen. When they did their GameCube, Eternal Darkness. That game, are you kidding me? That game was just like, guess what? Good luck.
It's like, surprise!
Yeah, it's like, guess what's going to happen? Even we don't know.
I mean, that's kind of like, the harder games now, like Dark Souls, Bloodborne. Even though they give you
And that's why I like Nintendo. Yeah. Still to this day, Nintendo gives you very minimal direction on their games. Like, they give you some. But most of those games are just...
Depending on what it is, yeah.
Yeah, most of their games now are just start, and they kind of go, well, let's see if you can figure it out. And you're like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
See, I remember when they first took...
Nothing makes sense anymore!
The control system out of Need for Speed on the PC, and my friend was over, and he's like, dude, what do you do with this? I'm like, you don't know how to go forward? You don't know the keys of how to go forward, backwards, make a drift turn and stuff like that? Oh man, PC games.
Right. No, and that's why I honestly to this day I outright love Nintendo games. Like when I played Clock Tower.
Right.
The first Clock Tower I ever played was number 3. Never played the first 2. I would think that since it's the third one, it might clue me into what's going on, maybe give me some help, maybe give me a hint here or there. This game literally went, hey, there's a big dude after you, you might want to run.
By the way, guys, side note, guess what I just found digging through bits of my luggage from when I moved?
A dead body.
What did you find?
I don't know.
Smash Bros.
It's Smash Brothers for 3DS.
Nice.
Winning.
Dude, you suck at this game.
Parenting. You're right. Parenting.
Serious.
So
get better at this game, child.
Where are you going?
Getting better.
Oh.
Dude, you do realize we're live, and you're just like, you suck.
You know what? I talk to my kid like he's an adult no matter what he does. No, I'm not gonna lie. I talk to my kid like he's an adult no matter what he does, and honestly, I think he's better off for it because I don't sugarcoat it. I don't BS him. I tell him how it is. If he sucks at something, I'm like, dude, you better get better.
And you wonder why you're
Hey, you know what?
I was going to take over the world and like...
Hey, when he first started playing Minecraft, he was terrible at it. And I told him, I was like, look, dude, you got to figure this game out. I didn't help him. He didn't go in training. He figured it out.
Right.
So that's how we learned how to play video games.
Yeah. It wasn't...
Our video games were, hey, figure it out.
Back when I was a kid, I used to get my games threatened. It was like, you don't get better at this, I'm taking it back. I'm like...
I have to say that's one thing I'm grateful for. Like, no matter how frustrated I got, and I know there were times at games that I played, no.
That's what he picked.
What is that?
Kirby.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, here, let me show you, because it didn't work. Let me show you.
There you go.
It's not a Sunday show unless Beavis gives his creepy guy smile from Naruto.
Yeah, that's our
and he goes back to hide behind the avatar.
Shameless plug endorsement there. But I don't know, because it comes down to basically how many people are going to be with you on this trip, and if you're going to have any type of connection.
Let's ballpark it. Let's ballpark it. You've got 2 parents and 2 kids. Let's just use that as a template for right now.
All right.
The kids do each have their own separate systems.
Right.
And there's a variety. We want a variety.
They better have their own separate systems. Exactly. That was annoying.
Yeah.
Like having to share the.
I don't share my Game Boy.
The Game Boy? No, because remember, like back in before all this newfangled technology came out, you only had one profile on Pokemon.
Oh my!
You have multiple profiles.
So
your friend would have to sit up there and play.
First of all, I disagree. I disagree. I think if you have 2 kids, I think we do need to go back to having the whole take turns thing because it helps. No.
Not with Pokemon.
Dude,
get them separate.
My kid plays my Pokemon all the time, and he knows. Do not delete anything, or I will murder you.
Okay, but I'm not. All right. Say like you've already you've gotten your whole setup set up, right? You're about to take on the Final Four.
Yeah.
The Legendary Four.
The Final Four basketball in your brain much, bro?
Shut up. Just the Final Four. That's what we're calling it. Shh. It's the Fantastic Four. Okay, shut up.
The Elite Four. The Fantastic Four. So many plugs are coming out here right now.
Don't do it.
Invisible Woman's first. Go.
Look, hold on. Before I know what you're going to say about these profiles, but Travis, you're talking about my son who, when he gets bored, his answer is restart the game from the beginning.
You understand?
I still
Like,
He
remember,
deleted all my stuff from Pokemon.
he gets what happens to him is like if
I'd
he's
be
playing
done.
and he gets a part in the game that he can't beat, his answer is restart because I could beat the first part, so I'll just go back to there.
No, that's not what you do.
hey,
That's what he does.
I didn't speak
No,
to my
that's not what
sister
you
for
do.
like a month because she wiped Pokemon completely.
I would see. That's the same thing I would have done.
Like you can't
Like, you
really
deleted my
murder them, but
You deleted my stuff? You're done. You're done. Don't
Yeah.
talk to me right now. I excommunicate people.
yep.
But you definitely want to. I don't believe in one controller. You got to share that. No.
Uh-uh.
Especially if you're going on a road trip with somebody else's kid. It's not just you by yourself with your your brother, your sister,
Right.
and your parents. No, it's you, your mom's friend, and her girlfriend or whatever friend she got. But your mom's girlfriend, and her son, and he doesn't have the games. He doesn't have one, and you're sitting here just playing yours.
Did I just hear you and your mom's girlfriend?
Yes.
I'm just making sure I heard that. I'm just. It's
Like,
all right.
okay, we're not gonna. But yeah, I get what you're saying because, like, I mean, if you're the kid with the Game Boy or the 3DS or whatever, you look like a selfish little brat. Don't share at that point. But what kid?
I don't care.
What kid?
Let me
What
be
kid
selfish.
wants to share? What kid?
My son shares pretty well, actually.
I'm
I
not
share pretty
saying.
well too, but
Like,
still,
I'm saying your average kid these days is so spoiled. And
Well,
just
that's a whole different conversation with
Yeah,
that.
we're
That's
not
a whole different
It
problem.
is.
We're not going to delve into parents.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that one. That's a whole different problem.
Beavis, just know you're doing it right. In training Wesker Jr., you are doing it right. And yes, your child will officially be known as Wesker Jr. on this show from this point on.
Wow.
All right.
Seriously, is it somebody that just wants to do like a little pyramid right now?
No, absolutely
He
not.
has your address. He has your address.
We're not getting into this conversation, Travis.
And
He doesn't have mine.
Travis, look behind you.
Send it to us.
If there's a knock on your door in like 5 minutes, I swear it wasn't me.
He sent his army with spatulas.
Get it.
Have you seen the PlayStation, the portable PlayStation 3 and the portable Xbox One? People are starting making these.
I have to
And
say,
they're
honestly,
portable now.
They're what?
they're portable.
They're portable. Like
For
they've been
the
making Xbox One and PS3. They've been combining them and putting them on like a laptop type of.
So are we talking emulators or are we talking an actual system?
No, like the actual, just the core pieces for the system to make it work
Okay, got it.
are being taken out and placed in a like laptop,
Right.
I mean, I can.
and that makes it portable.
All right, so I have a little bit of a question getting back to the vacation and summer aspect.
Yeah.
Yes.
What were your top 10 games to bring on vacation? Any of the games you've ever played, and why?
I mean, when I went on vacation, I just had a Game Boy. I mean, not a Game Boy Color. I did eventually, but it was Game Boy.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, I had the old school Pokemon, like the black and white.
Mario, Zelda.
Mario, Zelda, yeah, I mean, I had that stuff. So that but again, at the same time too, we weren't spoiled when we were kids with selection of games. Like there were games, but for portable, there were only like 10.
Dude, I still
Tetris.
remember. Yeah.
Sorry, 5. Sorry, Tetris, Pokemon, Mario Brothers, Zelda, and there was like one random game that no one knew about.
I have to say, honestly, like the majority of
Space Invaders.
my game collection growing up was a hand-me-down, for lack of a better way of putting it, because my stepdad had one of the original bricks, like
Yeah.
gray and pink Game Boys.
All right.
And I had a Game Boy Pocket growing up, and that still was compatible with the original Game Boy software. The only difference was it was in a smaller package. This is back when most systems actually used to be backwards compatible and work with other softwares. Which, seriously, we should get back to that. Hint, hint, and rant. But, yeah.
Microsoft, Sony, set the game up.
I played Tetris. There was I loved this game growing up, but it was like a bit of a strategy game mixed with a battleship. It's called Radar Mission. You could go underwater, and with the periscope, you basically could sit there and play battleship with any enemy ships on the surface, or you could pop up and go. It was a side scroller, basically, so you could go left or right and then fire missiles on the surface. And back in the day, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Because it's just like you hit them, and you get to see the ships just blow up, and if you got lucky and you launched like 4 missiles, one right after the other, you'd have that first explosion, then that second one would just take the ship completely with it, and you're just like, yes!
Sure.
And I mean, to this day, he still has Mario Baseball, like from back in the 80s.
Dude, my son is playing Kirby, okay?
This isn't a contest. I'm just saying, for me, like, I grew up with more of the original Game Boy stuff than like any of the stuff that kids are growing up with nowadays.
Yeah, I honestly, they are spoiled now, and it really makes me sad because there's just I see kids talk about games nowadays, like I said, I think that's why we have the problem of all these kids in online just raging out, being angry all the time because they don't know the patience it takes.
Like, I will say, even with modern day games, patience is still a virtue, and granted, a lot of people don't have it. Like Iron Banner.
Dark Souls.
Iron Banner earlier today, I wiped out an entire room just because I saved my my meter with my Blade Dancer, sat in a corner, cloaked, and waited because all of them were trying to make the same flag. Like, all 6 of them. And I'm just like, okay, super, kill, done.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, regardless of what game you're playing, patience is a virtue. Whether you're waiting for the right shot with a flame, or just waiting for the right angle to empty your round into the back of a person's head.
Right, but again,
that's why I play.
The problem nowadays is most games don't require that patience.
Some of them do.
I mean,
some do, but not the mainstream popular ones.
If you're a hard scoping sniper, you have patience.
Yeah.
Quick scoping snipers don't have patience.
Quick scoping
It's like running around with a shotgun.
It's no different than an SMG. It's just how many rounds can I get down range, and how long will it take me to actually hit my target?
Well, hold on now, because my favorite thing to do when I did play Modern Warfare was get a light machine gun with 100 rounds and just blast through a level because I just wanted to get people mad.
That's different.
Okay.
Everyone has those days where it's just like, I'm done with I'm raging, give me a heavy machine gun with a belt-fed clip.
Like, that was always when we played, like, I was the heavy weapons guy. I was a guy who would be just gunning at people with 100 rounds through the walls with armor piercing, just...
Okay, so you were the dude that I would purposely go high up, grab a 50 cal, and put one in the back of the head.
Yeah, but see, I usually have people watching my back, too.
I guarantee you, if they was watching your back and I was sniping, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, but see, I never stood out in the open where you could be sniping at me, though. Like, I would never go out in the middle of a field going, here I am.
You don't have to. If the guy's
You don't have to. I will walk up behind you with the sniper rifle, have the camera, bam, done.
Speaking of which, there's a meme with Counter-Strike, somebody actually does that.
Yeah.
And it has that line from Dexter.
Look, I can honestly tell you, I don't know how it worked, because when we were playing, like, Modern Warfare, or even Black Ops 2, hold on, like, even Black Ops 2 and stuff, like, I did it the same way, and it always worked because I had a team that, like, you know, like you said in the past, Tony, I had a team I could rely on, a team that would, you know, we would do things where I could be gunning down through walls, and it would work.
But, I mean, it also depends on which one you were playing, because let's face it, Modern Warfare, it was good for the story, but the online was broken way too quick.
I mean,
it was too easy.
It was better just getting 4 people on the console and playing that way.
Right. Either that or, like, I like the fact that they gave you the option of co-op zombies to a certain point. Like with the original Black Ops.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, even being able to plug extra controllers into your console and like run around Terminal or wherever else, like in Modern Warfare 2, when you were just doing deathmatch.
Right.
But I mean, the online and the problem with shooters is the weapons quickly become too broken, which is kind of what Bungie is seeing now, and that's why they've patched all their weapons and a lot of other things. Like Prison of Elders, I just played it,
Yeah.
and I had 2 people rage quit on me. It's like smack in the middle. We got to the final round, and they bailed. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm good, but if you're gonna stick me against the final boss on a 34, and it's me and just me,
Right.
no, I'm not that good. Like it is not possible to clear that flawless.
I mean, somebody has.
But it's with a full squad. It's not solo.
No, it's not with a full squad. It's solo.
Was this before the galley patch or after?
This was before.
There's
Yeah.
no way he's clearing it after.
I mean, it's not. It's no way people are clearing it. 35 solo, and people are apparently doing it. Well, they're clearing like 4 or 5 runs, but
They've got to be
not getting past Skolas.
They've got to be hacked. Dude, I mean, 1 or 2 rounds is doable, but like you're talking the final round 5, the final part.
Yeah.
Like that alone would not be doable. Like I could do maybe round 1 or round 2, depending on what the buff or debuff is. I've done it. Like I got lucky because I got Void Burn on my weapons for round 1, so I just pulled out a shotgun and the Crota hand cannon, so that was easy enough. And then I got Solar Burn for the second one, which for me that's Icebreaker, the auto rifle from Crota, and Hunger of Crota. So I got lucky in those waves because I had weapons that were to my advantage.
Oh man.
But if you give someone a debuff, like fallen enemies, or like let's say that you get them the angry, or they have their melee does more, or even the trickle mod, like where your stuff doesn't recharge near as quickly as it normally does. Like I didn't think that would actually be much of a hindrance after the patch, but oh my god,
it definitely is.
It is. It really is. Like it forces you to think. And I can honestly say, like, I've played more Iron Banner this week than I've played Prison.
I'm about to play some Prison.
See, this is like I need to get a 1. So because that way, if you can't get a hold of Brandon at least has help.
Oh.
Or vice versa. I need people to level me up.
I mean, I will definitely do that because I gotta make a hunter and I gotta make a Titan.
Dude, the one downside, like I have a level 30 Warlock and I didn't play with it at all. No, because I originally split the game with someone I was living with, and it was downloaded to my console. So basically, I got to keep Destiny when I left.
Right.
But they put in a good bit of work, and all I was doing was I was purchasing gear with like commendations and whatnot that I was unlocking because I had a little more time to play strikes and all that, and they didn't have that.
Right.
So basically, even hitting 20 and then getting to 30 was me. Like I did it as far as like supplying gear and weapons and whatnot.
Right.
But as far as actually playing the story, not so much. Like that Warlock has not even cleared Crota yet, and I'm already working on House of Wolves. Because I really don't want to clear Crota again.
I like House of Wolves.
I like House of Wolves as far as storyline. It's much better than the.
It's way better. It's way better than Crota. House of Wolves storyline is way better than Crota.
To be honest, dude, we've just started calling it Crota. Like we forget what the DLC pack was even named. It was the Dark Below.
Dark Below, yeah.
Yeah. But like it's way better of a story than Dark Below was. I would have rather you waited instead of releasing 2 separately like that. Release them at the same time.
Well, if they had released House of Wolves and Dark Below at the same time, there would have been a major malfunction in the game.
Not necessarily. Why?
The reason why I say that is because with House of Wolves brought upon the whole reef system and everything else like that.
Okay.
But Crota sat up there and basically went through what 3.5 months of basically trying to debug the whole system after they did the patch for Crota. It was just nothing but debugs. Everything else. Then when they made House of Wolves, it's like, all right, we're updating. There's an update. Crota was a downgrade, and House of Wolves is like all upgrades now. It's like, all right, we're going to give you this buff, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you this. We're going to make sure that your ammos are on, 100. Crota, you're still sitting there with 50 ammo packs of 20 in your vault.
Oh yeah, I get that.
So it makes a lot of sense when you do it like that. But when it comes down to leveling by itself, if they had dropped them both, that would have been great. That would have definitely been great. But if you have just your level cap is 32 on Crota, it goes up to 34 on House of Wolves.
Right.
That two level, and then you have a raid with Crota, which now people are just going in just crapping on them. Like, you got to be kidding me with that.
I have to say though, like, think about it. If they'd taken extra time,
Right.
maybe we wouldn't be dealing with so many patches at once. Like, because they patched the bejesus out of the Dark Halo. Still didn't fix a lot of what they should have. Even with this current patch, they should have done a lot more than they did.
Well, the current patch is just to fix like PvP and the issues that they were having in PvE.
Right,
That was
but
about it.
a lot of what they were focusing on fixing was not needed. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that they dropped more than they used to. But like the Gallowhorn patch wasn't needed. Like, if you want to fix anything, fix the issues in prison of elders. Like, I've had enemies literally die and then teleport right behind you and kill you with full health. And I've had
I haven't experienced that yet.
and I've had bosses literally that you spent 20 minutes, didn't even make a mark on it, regardless of what you use.
Yeah. Like, you can't with just Destiny, because I can't sit up here and be like, all right, well, Advanced Warfare has its issues, because everybody's issues that they have with Advanced Warfare
Advanced Warfare in and of itself, the entirety of the game is an issue. It's an abhorrent title, and it should never have been released.
Well, I'm not
Like,
gonna
the
say all
storyline was
that.
good, but the
No,
exos
the
were not
storyline was not good. The storyline was horrible. The storyline should have went in
I actually liked
a
it to an
major
extent.
different. It was all the same. It was all the same
You
thing.
just wanted to see Kevin Spacey live.
No, it's not because I wanted Kevin Spacey to live. It really wasn't. I could have.
Would you rather he had just stuck with either the Marines or Atlas?
Yeah, I would have actually liked a choice in that, because
So,
it
like,
made it seem
basically-
like you had a choice.
So basically, when Spacey walks up, hands you the card, and makes you the offer.
Well, it's either
Would you have wanted to had like a little thing like from Mass Effect pop up? Stay with USMC, go to Atlas.
right.
Here's the issue: he was already discharged from the Corps, and once you're discharged on medical, you're done.
But they brought him back though.
His only option was the
It was after the mission where they had killed when they killed the main guy.
Okay.
The first guy that you're trying to go kill. The guy that started like bombing like a ton of cities for apparently no reason, and Atlas was sitting up there,
right,
going in and handling
I
his
remember.
situation.
I remember.
After that, and there's a meeting underground, the Atlas Medical Center, and Kevin Spacey shows up, and there's this big old like conflict of, hey, do we stay here with the guy that's been killing people left and right, or do we go to Sentinel, where basically that's all yay freedom and free will, but the people that made Sentinel basically gave Spacey the world. Like,
okay,
that scene right there was like, I want a choice.
You're not.
I want a choice.
Okay, we're talking about two different aspects of the same game, though. Like, I'm talking about when Will gets buried. and
Yeah.
Spacey walk up to him, hand him the business card. The guy looks at it. He's like, "I can give you another chance." The chance they
No,
never
because he wouldn't have his arm, and yeah, you're right. He would never got reinstated.
That's what I'm looking at.
Right. No,
Because
I couldn't. That's too early in the game.
You would have to go with Atlas to an extent because
Yeah.
you have to have the arm, otherwise it's useless.
But you
Are we
wouldn't
still
have stayed
talking
with
about summer
Atlas
games? Did I
until
miss something?
What?
you wouldn't have stayed with Atlas unless that scene didn't take place.
Believe it or not, I would.
No, I'm saying like if you once you got to that scene and he gave you that choice, it was like, you gonna stay with me or you gonna go to like I'm gonna kill you right here. I would have gone. I would have stayed with Atlas. I would have like Sentinel. I didn't need Sentinel at this moment in time.
But see, that's when you kill him and assume his identity.
Travis kind of
Once again, Wesker.
Even bald, you can't pull off Kevin Spacey.
I can't pull off Kevin Spacey. I can pull off Kevin Spacey like
Brother from another mother.
behind a
I'm
curtain.
fairly certain I could pull off Kevin Spacey.
Do it right now. Shave your head. Do it.
I'm not shaving. Well, I usually. Did you not see my haircut? I usually cut my hair short anyway.
You know what, Travis? I'm thinking.
Cutting your hair short and bald is two different things.
I'm thinking if we get enough likes tonight, he should have to go on the show next week with a Kevin Spacey look.
Who?
Me? Yo, you, Travis. You.
Okay.
No, I totally want you to do it.
I know you meant me, as I was
I
teasing
know.
him.
I know. What do you guys think? Yay? Nay? Yes? No?
I mean,
First of all, what do you consider a lot of
Kevin
life?
Spacey
Just
look?
so.
Maybe 500.
No. I was gonna say maybe 10.
You got like 10 likes, so come in here.
I don't like
Kevin
10.
Spacey.
10 seems way too reachable. Okay. Like 10 seems way too like 500 seems way out there, but 10
20,
seems way
20.
too no.
20.
You gotta hit the like button. You gotta smash that like button.
Smash
I'll
it.
say 100.
Hulk
Okay, I'm
smash.
going with 100.
And you know what? We'll meet you halfway. 50.
No, I went to you.
Ooh,
Hell no. What the hell?
ooh. Said 50. We talking about views or we talking about likes?
Likes.
Okay.
You know what? Why not? We pick a number and we have to hit that number in views and likes.
I can deal with that.
Okay. 50 apiece.
But once again, it's not me. It's not me online. So
You do realize, dude, like everyone we've ever met is going to get shared this show just for that purpose.
That's why I said 100 because we all know 50 people combined, but 100 we need other people to be
FYI, I'm currently going to go print out a hyperlink and be like, please view and like this video so my friend will shave his hair bald.
I don't like this, okay? I'm just saying. This is not okay with me.
You're the host of the show. Take one for the team.
Hold on. Bro. Tell you what, Gamer Geek Radio will shave their head if we get 50 likes and views.
how is Gamer Geek Radio shaped?
So
I
I hope Lady Rage is prepared to get the shaver out and
Oh, dude, that's just wrong.
trying to corner me into something. I will drive to your house and freaking shave your head on camera.
I'm mentally
Oh,
thinking how
man.
long it would take me to get to my shotgun before you got here.
I'm
that
very
long.
sneaky, just so you know.
I have an alarm system.
You got the Wesker in there.
Dude, do you think your alarm system is going to stop me, really? I mean, do you really think it is?
No, but my taser will.
I mean,
I've been tased, that's nothing.
It comes down to the point where it's like, officer, I'm just trying to shave his head. I don't think we have grounds to interfere in this. He's not technically in danger.
It's just gonna be it's gonna be like one of those creepy movies where all of a sudden it's gonna show Tony like strapped to a chair, it's all dark in the background. Charles is like, what is this?
I totally have blackout curtains behind me too. That
I
makes
know
it
you do.
worse. That makes it so much worse.
I mean, you're already in the chair.
I gotta throw some like red paint on the wall, like splatter around so it looks like blood. You gotta Make it look
Dude,
real.
all I have to say is
Seriously, like, I don't think the cops have a case to come into your house.
it's Florida.
You're trying to shoot him.
It's Florida. They
If
don't.
he's got you trapped in the chair and he's trying to shave your head.
It's Florida. They don't need probable cause. It doesn't exist down here.
Yeah, let's not talk about Florida though.
It's good to know. Thank you. You should really stop telling me this information, just so we're clear. You're like, don't worry, it's Florida. You're fine.
You're fine. You're good.
You
You can do whatever you want down in Florida.
You should totally go shave Mickey while you're at it. Dude goes to put on the costume. Why is there no hair on this thing? Just chop like Goofy hat off the costume.
Could do it.
You do it.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Like, dude, if you guys are going to make a road trip to Orlando, Travis, you can find a life-size Iron Man and just steal it.
I probably would.
I've been to Orlando, Florida once. I never did.
I was geeking out in Toys R Us.
Hey, Disney owns Marvel. They do have an Iron Man suit walking around the theme park. Complete
They
with
don't
Jarvis.
have it walking around.
Complete with the
They don't
Jarvis.
have it walking around. Because I will steal it. It's getting done. Like, the dude in the outfit's about to get wrecked.
Pull down.
You have a walking Iron Man suit with Jarvis on it. Yeah, I'm about to take that.
And you know what the best part about it is?
So fall. Yes. So just fall.
These sporadic groups will strike foes in the park, and they'll start playing Black Sabbath.
This is the
It's
boss.
gonna be Don Cheadle. It's gonna be like your little brother kicked in your house, stole your suit, and you're just okay with that? That's what's gonna be.
I'm gonna take the How I Met Your Mother response for that. Take anything you want, just leave me loose.
See, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like knock on your front door. You're gonna answer it, and no one's gonna be there because I'll already be coming in the back door.
There is no back door.
There's always a back door.
There's a-
Maybe call the window, but there's always a back door.
There's a window.
The windows have barbed wire and they're electrified.
That's easy.
Or they will be.
They will be after tonight. They will be. Like they're not yet, but just give me like 5 minutes. I gotta.
I'm about to go to Home Depot.
You know how easy it is to
Bob,
short out
Bob.
an electric fence, by the way?
I
You know
know.
how easy
I
it is
do.
to make one? I think it's only like $20.
I'm gonna go to
I
Home
think it might be $100.
I'm gonna go
Because
to
I need that car battery.
I'm gonna go to Home Depot and a gun store. I need someone to help me construct a portable unibeam, please.
I'll help you.
Oh my gosh.
Think of how epic that would be. Home defense, just have like a glove. Bah!
Actually, I think honestly, every home defense system should have just the gun from Portal. You know how much fun that would be.
Oh,
That would be great because you could
Like
just
someone
see,
comes to your front door, you're just like,
jail.
floor, wall, they're like,
Just
surprise!
force you to jail.
Right? Okay, so are we like off topic of games again? Think so?
Actually, no. Kind of
No, I mean, we talking about Portal.
We're still kind of.
I did talk about Portal, but we can't talk. But Portal's not really. They're not coming out with a new Portal, as far as I know, ever.
Hey,
No.
let me put it this way. How is getting ideas of home defense off topic? It's just amazing.
I'm just asking.
I mean,
Hey, let me
You know,
put it this way, dude. You're hosting. You're Godzilla. Why did I
I
do
see a
that?
trailer for Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I did.
Mhm.
Looks good.
Okay.
Well, that's why you have to
Trailer.
Hold it down. Hold it down.
It'll give me.
Oh my god! Are you serious?
That was probably another game that I wish I could take.
Which one?
Tomb Raider.
You like Tomb Raider?
I actually did.
Yeah.
Not the new one, right?
No, not the. Talking about old school Tomb Raider. I could take like.
Hey,
Yeah.
the fact that you could swan dive to break your neck was the best thing ever. When I found that out as a kid, I was like, "You've got to be joking me!" And every chance I had, I ran and swan dove and just watched it happen.
It's like, wait a minute, what? I can actually kill a character?
Yeah, I can kill the main character. That's me. I gotta see this.
Hey, did you hear what the Simpsons are going to be doing recently with their next Treehouse of Horror?
I actually no, I read about it, but I completely forgot.
Sideshow Bob is actually finally going to get Bart.
Nice.
After 25 years ago,
Well,
You hold down, let it go. Hold down, let it go.
Bart is no longer a child. In reality, he should be like in his 40s. Homer should be long dead and something.
First of all, let's
Homer-
not discuss like cartoon logic, because we're discussing cartoon logic. I love how Family Guy points out the logic fail, and like every time it comes up, they'll be like looking at me going, "Aren't you like 30?"
Yeah.
Or you look at SpongeBob, because my kid watches SpongeBob all the time, and every time he watches it, I have watched that cartoon point out its faults and then shrug it off like it doesn't matter. Like I've watched them sitting there. They're looking at a bonfire and they go, "Wait, aren't we under the ocean?"
Yep.
Oh well. And just completely just disregard the whole thing.
So, I mean, how
I have one thing
there are
to say.
clouds in the water.
SpongeBob does not answer to logic. SpongeBob only answers to imagination.
I know, but it's like I love the fact though that in SpongeBob they point it out every once in a while, not all the time, but once in a while they'll point it out, and after they point it out, they'll just keep going on like they never pointed it out.
Yeah.
I mean, most cartoons nowadays do that.
But
Regular
SpongeBob
Show
does it
definitely
with a
does that.
certain SpongeBob does it with a certain kind of like you laugh when SpongeBob does it because it's right there.
I mean, Adventure Time makes you in your feels.
Hey,
That just hits you square in your
and
feels.
you know what cartoon never, or not really necessarily a cartoon, but something that never pointed anything out that never made sense?
What?
Power Rangers.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about Power Rangers.
Are you in love with Power Rangers or something? Like, did I
I
offend you?
like Power Rangers.
I like Power Rangers too.
So
I'm just
I mean,
confused on one very important thing.
Which is what?
How did they not figure out for the longest time to hit the freaking super putties in the giant Z in the center of their chest? It was there. It was a
It
target.
was 2 episodes. Wait. 2 episodes. Because they got their ass kicked by the putties. And then the next time, Zach hits them like square in the Z.
Well, and the best part was, I saw many times
putties kept coming back up.
I saw many times where they did hit that Z, but nothing happened. Like I saw a couple times they hit
Yeah, I've
it,
seen that too.
and then all of a sudden they're
It
like,
was
"Oh,
like that actor wasn't supposed to die then.
yeah." They're like, "No, that putty wasn't supposed to die just yet." And I'm like, "You just did it."
That was putty number 4. He wasn't. Nah, he was.
Putty
still
number
supposed to be
4 has to
used.
live till the end of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, what are
He has to
you
come in
doing?
and tell Lord Zed and Rita that they messed up.
I told you how to beat him. You're not even trying.
But hold on. Speaking of Power Rangers,
Go on the ground.
I'm gonna show this. I have it.
When you start bouncing, get on the ground now.
Right here is like pride and joy.
Figure it out. Use your head.
This right here, and it works.
Oh my god, I used to have one of those. Go suck him in. Go. He's down. Now press and hold the button. I used to have
This
one of
right
those.
here is pride and joy.
By the way, that was when, look, the Green Ranger was only good when he was evil, okay?
I mean, yeah. Are you kidding me?
When he was a good guy, he turned into a little pansy. What are you doing? Go in the door.
Nah, I still like Saba. When he had the White Rangers order, I was sick with
Dude,
Saba.
the
That
White
was my
Ranger
dude.
was a piece of crap.
All right, guys, catch me up. How do we get on Power Rangers?
We were talking about the show's not making sense, and then I talked about how the Super Putty's weakness was the giant target in the center of their chest.
Oh, yeah.
And then he showed us that he has the
Green
Dragon
Ranger
dagger flute, but yet he still thinks that the White Ranger for some reason is a better Power Ranger than the Green Ranger.
No, Saba. Saba. It was like the best weapon they've ever had as a Ranger.
Dude,
What? He was
No.
a talking, sarcastic sword.
Hey,
so what?
Travis,
He was funny
you're
as
just
shit.
jealous because that wasn't your childhood.
What are you talking about? That wasn't my
The
childhood.
Green Ranger, and
That's
only
even
when the
worse.
Green Ranger was evil, was the best freaking Green Ranger ever. Like that was, he beat
The
all.
Green Ranger was evil.
I have to say, honestly, like, whenever you have good guys go evil, that's probably some of the best performances.
Yeah. I'm talking about weaponry here. I'm not talking about Rangers.
Okay, his freaking dinosaur, the Green Ranger's freaking dinosaur, was so much better than any other weapon.
The White Tiger?
The White Tiger was crap.
The White Tiger fused with the Dragon Zord.
Compared to when the Green Ranger was evil and he had the Dragon Zord, it was so much better.
It's not like he lost it.
He did because the White Tiger was just the White Tiger. It had nothing to do with the dragon.
Yeah, but when he comes back, he can summon the Green Dragon Zord and the White.
We're not talking about Power Rangers episode 50,000 remake. This person. I'm talking about the original, like when the original cast was still there. Okay, the original cast. We're sticking with them.
Yeah, the original cast.
Back when the Red Ranger was a white jock, the Black Ranger was a black break dancer, the Pink Ranger was a white valley girl, the Yellow Ranger was a freaking Asian chick, the Blue Ranger was a nerd guy. Like, we're talking stereotypes all around, and the Black Ranger had a freaking gun, okay? A gun. The black man had a gun.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. And the Pink Ranger was hot as hell. Pink Ranger was hot as hell. We're ending it on that.
So you're gonna end with Kimberly, though?
Yes.
You had a crush on Kimberly growing up, huh?
I did.
Not me. I had the Yellow Ranger. Not gonna lie, Yellow Ranger all around.
You had an Asian fetish, bro.
I still do. What do you mean?
I know.
Still do.
I know.
I don't care. I don't care. Can you imagine my face when I was in Japan for a week? Oh my god.
Your face would have been along the lines of.
I was in heaven for 7 days.
They know. They look at you weird.
I don't care. They can look at me all they want because look, for 7 days, I saw just Japanese women everywhere, and I was loving it.
Yeah, I did too.
Did you go home with any of them?
I married one, and then she threw stuff in my head.
Oh yeah, so that worked out for you.
Well, she was Filipino, to be fair.
So,
let's go back on games now. Video games.
Yeah, let's go back to games.
Sorry.
Video games. That good old entertainment away from home. Oh man.
Does anybody else actually ever bother with like getting the trading card games for the consoles?
Yeah.
Like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Are you any good at them, or is it just something you put on to kind of just like kill time?
Jesus. Because I haven't gotten like the new one, like for the X1 or the. I have one for the 360.
Yeah, I've got one for the PS3 as well.
So when it comes down to like the dueling aspect of the console, the games that can come to console for that, it's not about. I normally bought it for the cards that was inside.
But you didn't buy it just for
the game, no, because most card games sucked.
I will admit, like the only reason I bought mine,
Enter the Duelist sucked.
Like I bought one of the ones for the PS3, and that again was just because I had like X amount of money left over in my wallet and couldn't buy anything else I really wanted.
True.
So I was like, screw it, I'm not going to leave this money there because it was one of the ones with Sony, like if you spent X amount in a month, then they would, then they gave you credit.
Yeah, because when you have the duelist aspect to that, because it doesn't matter if you're good or not. It matters how many cards you can collect and everything else like that. When you had what was it for Pokemon, like World Stadium and stuff like that, you could transfer your game data over to the game. Pokemon Stadium. There you go. That's what I'm thinking about. Pokemon Stadium. You could transfer that over, and you could play like that. Unless you had a Game Shark or a Monster Brain or some way of hacking some things.
I don't care.
What?
Sorry for my kid.
I don't care.
Well, because he's asking if he should play a different game because he can't figure out Kirby of all games. And I'm like, I don't care. Do whatever. If you can't figure out Kirby, look, you can't figure out Kirby, there's like no hope for you.
Let him play Destiny.
You can probably figure Destiny out.
I was gonna say he could probably level the character up faster than you can.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. You're not playing Destiny, stop asking.
You know, games that, like Assassin's Creed, the new one, Syndicate, is coming out. I am highly excited for this game. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. Yes, it's the same game. Yes, it's the same controls. Whatever. I don't care. This is set in England, and well, London. It's not England. It's London. But,
Really, London, not England?
Because you don't get to go like all over England.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We'll stick with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't invade Wales or Scotland by proxy.
Yeah.
But William Wallace, like that would be epic. Just like ruin the Braveheart movie before.
Mel Gibson comes out of nowhere.
It's okay. The movie was crap anyway.
Oh.
Ooh. Braveheart was crap.
I did not like that movie, honestly. I did not find it enjoyable at all. I'm sorry.
What was that?
Then again, I also thought that the Highlander movies were crap too.
I didn't like Highlander, so.
Like, how hard can it possibly be to cut somebody's head off? He's standing in front of you.
Actually, fairly difficult.
Look, that movie.
They made it look difficult.
That movie made it look difficult until the time came for them to win, and then all of a sudden it just magically was very easy to do it. Okay.
It's a slow motion blade through the neck. Like,
well, look, if I could activate slow motion, yeah, I could do anything. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you give me slow motion, and I'm good. Okay.
I'm dodging fists left and right.
That's what I want for a mutant power is just slow motion. Like, not super speed, slow motion.
I was gonna say something, but that'd been wrong.
Go ahead, say it. Say it.
Dude's like, open your mouth. I want you to.
I really don't, so I'm not going to. I'll tell you afterwards. Cause that. Oh man, that was just wrong.
You know what's funny? Actually, me and my friends, we used to do. We had a campaign set up that was. It was like the X-Men world, and I created a character, and no one knew his name, and in fact, we never asked his name. And the reason why is because this guy, his mutant ability was he controlled emotional intensity, so he controlled how much you cared about anything in general, to where no one knew what he looked like, no one knew his name, no one ever thought to ask, because every time it was just, whatever. Like, so the joke became that's Bob. Like that was like that's everyone. That's Bob. And like that was the go-to joke of any character. Like anytime a character happened in a campaign where you really didn't notice him that well, you were like, wait. Where was he? And we're like, oh, don't worry, it was just Bob.
Bob's on a rampage. I mean, if you don't care and you have the ability to control that, then yeah, you're not gonna have people care about you.
Yeah, and like that was a joke. So like every time they go to, like they're like, okay, we have to get into this base and we have to go and attack this thing. And my guy was like, don't worry, I got this. He would make the guards hate each other so much just because the other guy was breathing.
That's what I like about what was that game? Man, it was an old school. It was on. What was that thing on?
There was the other button too. Both buttons.
It was a psychic. Yeah,
which one?
Powers. I'm trying to think, was this on PlayStation 2 or N64?
He's a psychic. You're talking about get in the ring. On what system?
How did I get up?
It was either PlayStation 2 or N64.
PlayStation. Oh, Galarians.
Nah.
Or Galarians, where he could light people on fire and shit. Not that.
No, I mean you could light people on fire in that one, but.
Was he like a kid who walked
was in
around
a hospital?
He got like migraines. He was like, ah.
Nah, he was a soldier. He had
press button.
Gone through some traumatic thing,
Not Fear.
He was in the hospital. No, not Fear.
Buttons.
Oh man, what was that game?
I honestly don't know what game you're talking about right now. I'd have to see it, honestly.
Because you could set people on fire. You could levitate stuff. You could throw it. You could pick up people and throw them.
It's Galerians, dude.
No, it's not. It's not Galerians.
It sounds exactly like Galerians.
It sounds like it, but it's not Galerians.
It really does. Like, you're telling me, I'm like, okay. It's not that. Even though, look, it sounds exactly like that. The same powers, but it's not that.
I'm about to like Google search games with telekinesis.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't know what you're talking about right now. Because like every time you talk about it, I'm hearing Galerians or Galarians or whatever.
Galarians. It's not that.
By the way, Damien, Starman just kicked your ass.
I know.
At least you can admit that with pride. It's like, well, yeah, you don't have to tell me that.
Nintendo version of Pro Wrestling. Do you remember that game? And Starman just whooped his ass.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know where the controllers for Duck Hunt is.
Duck Hunt, it's the gun. It's the orange and gray gun. Well, remove some of the things off the top and find it. It's in there. I have like 3 of them. I know it's there.
You know what I miss? And this is prevalent to like road trip games because every Pizza Hut had this time crisis.
Every what?
Every Pizza Hut had time crisis. With the gun con and everything else like that.
I remember that.
I love that game. I still have the high score and people like David and Buster's get mad at me when I'm on it. It's like, why won't he die? Because I had it for the PlayStation 2. I played the hell out of that game. Like, just Jesus Christ, that was all I did for myself.
Okay, Damien, just stop.
Psychic. When autocorrect messes with your stuff. Trying to find this game right here. I don't know what it is. It's on news. Why is it on news? Shouldn't be on news. Show on images. There we go. What is this it? Yeah, this is it right here. I'm probably actually get the name of this game. I know it's not that. Or what that was.
Is it Galerians?
It's not Galerians.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
100%?
Yep.
Put money on it?
Definitely put money on it.
Bet your home address on it?
You have to... Second Sight.
What's it called?
Second Sight.
Are you just making shit up now?
No. This game came out in 2004.
2004 Second Sight? What system?
PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox, and PC.
Second Sight.
Yep.
I may have actually played it. I have to look, because chances are I did play it, honestly. Right?
Most people played this game. Well, I don't even think... Well, yeah, it is Second Sight. But there's another one.
Stop.
Which one is this? I have top 25 Xbox games. PsyOps.
Okay, PsyOps and Second Sight, 2 completely different freaking, what is that? Like, I don't know.
Second Sight was the game I was talking about.
Shoot the screen.
PsyOps is another game that I had. Has the same things that Second Sight had. but you're all commando.
Ducks, they fly. Don't shoot the duck. No, don't shoot the dog. Shoot the ducks. I know everyone shoots the dog. Don't shoot the dog. Shoot the ducks.
Duck hunt.
Duck hunt.
You need better aim. You got 3 shots. Kill a duck. Yeah, he's trying to play duck hunt. Dude, it doesn't work that way.
I miss the gun cons.
You have to aim through here.
I really do. I want a gun con again.
Okay, it's not. I don't know what to tell you. It's not working.
He's going ham with that thing. Like,
He really is.
Reload.
I think
I
realized
bullets.
the problem. I don't think duck hunt works with plasma screens.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Because he's aiming like right at this thing, and it is not working.
Tell him to walk up onto the TV.
Nope, it doesn't work. I just aimed it right at the
I
screen.
have 3 shots.
Oh yeah, that's only why it's not working.
It's not
Yeah,
plugged in.
so for anyone paying attention, you cannot play duck hunt on a plasma or LCD screen because it doesn't pick up the radar. Because he's shooting and I aimed right at the screen, point blank, and dog still laughed at me.
And we have no
You have no score because the game won't work on this TV, dude. You gotta play a different game.
My technology is too advanced.
Technology is too advanced for duck hunt to work anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, stop pressing the button. It's not gonna work.
Does that mean my gun con for... Nah, that should still work for PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 3, yes, it should work. Okay, dude, seriously, it's not working. It's not going to work.
Because I had time prices for PlayStation 2.
Oh my god. Oh.
I don't know. It might not work honestly with the new TVs because it uses the same kind of if he uses the same kind of sensor, it's not gonna pick it up.
I don't think it's gonna pick it up on an HD TV. Like if you put it on like, I'm pretty sure it's like
This is an HD. This is an HD TV LCD.
I thought you said it was a plasma.
I was wrong. That's the out in the front room. Okay. The plasma's in the front room. The LCD is in my room.
Yeah, it's good to have the one that might break in the family room.
Bless you.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, dude, pick a different game. No,
I don't exactly know if that was like a sneeze or a
Yeah.
that was my son's.
yell. I mean, it was like gamer rage.
It's like, why is the dog not dead?
Playing Duck Hunt, it's not working. Pick a different game. You're gonna maybe throw that gun through a window. I don't care if it's paused. Pick a different game. Just a whole different game.
It's like there's pause.
I don't care if it's paused. Oh my god.
Duck Hunt's about to go out the window. Somebody's gonna shoot at Duck Hunt as it's coming out the window.
All right, so for all you gamers out there, do not try to play Duck Hunt on an LCD TV. You will get angry and try to kill something.
See?
Because even if you are dead on target, point blank, the dog still laughs.
You need an old school bot.
You need an actual regular TV for it to work.
What's a regular TV nowadays?
Daddy, this one has Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt.
And that solves your problem, how?
I know.
That's almost the same thing.
Really? Last Action Hero? That's what we're playing?
Mhm. Is it? Could you play it?
No. No, I swear to myself I would never play this game ever again in my life.
Oh, so you got Tekken.
Stop clicking the damn gun.
Tekken for the PlayStation. The original Tekken.
No, he's about to play the original Last Action Hero video game on Nintendo.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Based off of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Assuming I can get it to work with Nintendo, so I just gotta fiddle with it for a second.
Yeah, that's what my dad always said.
I really thought he was about to hit you with. Yeah, that's what she said.
No.
I really thought that was about to happen. But yeah. Yes.
All right, so let's see. We got about 4 more minutes. Anything else we want to talk about in closing? Any shout-outs we got to do?
I mean, we can always do shout-outs.
Well, then why don't you, Travis, go ahead and handle shout-outs since you didn't handle the intro.
Oh, shots fired.
Action.
I don't even know what the intro was.
Because you weren't here.
You're right, I wasn't. I admit that. I was not here.
You can't admit it after we already pointed it out.
Exactly.
I mean.
Do
I
we
need
have
to have
an
an intro song.
Press the hit button, dude. Like, this is literally...
Okay.
Go ahead.
On
Did the cops
this guys' night.
No, it's not.
It's not guys' night. It's Gamer
It's
Geeks
Sunday.
Roundtable.
Wrong day!
Why is everybody doing that tonight but me?
Dude, I really don't know. I'm so sorry. I apologize. This is Sunday. It's
We'll
Gamer
never
Geeks
forgive you.
Roundtable.
Why the cops turn
So, as of right now, 10:27, I am giving the shout outs to legit lady gamers, game share and play, cosplay, anime, and gaming, Intergalactic Geek Alliance, The Batcave by Intergalactic Geek Alliance, Avengers Mansion by Intergalactic Geek Alliance. Go check them out. Lady Venom's Lair, JV Designs, Promenade, and Starship Valiant is coming, I believe, in October. Kid Punch Block, and of course we want to give our shout outs to Anime for Life, y'all are awesome. Twilight Link, you're awesome too. And Gamers Geek TV, Geeky Gamers Unite, and that's about it. Always remember to check us out on Facebook under Gamer Geeks TV. Check out our Twitch, which is Gamer Geeks Radio. And check out our Twitter at our Twitter is at Gamer Geeks Radio.
Were you confused for a second there?
Yeah, well.
Okay, I figured. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Having an off night?
It's okay. I still love you.
Love you too, man. Love you too, man.
Whoa, back up. Okay. A little too clingy for me. All right.
Well, I don't know, Wes.
He's like, man, I need my space.
You're the one trying to find his address.
Trying to?
He's like he already has it.
As far as you know,
the mail. No, you're gonna send it to a high school. I swear to God, you are.
Why would I send something to a high school? I'm not that sick.
Because you think you have my address. I think you have a school's address.
Okay. Does the school near you have red shutters on the windows?
I don't have red shutters.
But your neighbor does.
No, he doesn't.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
All right. You just helped me narrow down my search.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Out of all 50 billion areas.
Dude, I already have the street. Okay, it's not 50 billion.
You don't have the street.
Uh-huh. Whatever makes you sleep at night. It's okay.
I mean, I don't really sleep that much as right now, but if I did, I'd sleep like a baby, I guess.
The one time you fall asleep, I'm gonna be over your bed hovering, going, Travis.
See, hey.
Travis.
I need my space. Okay.
Guys.
Okay, tell you, on the other side of the room, but I'll get one of those big listening tubes, and be like,
We are still live.
Guys, we're still.
ladies and gentlemen, we are done for tonight. We've already did shout outs, so everyone, thank you for joining us. And this is us signing off for Not Guys Night. This is the round table, and we will see you on Friday, I guess.
Friday?
Yep. Have a good rest of your weekend, guys.